Hello, everybody. Hope your day is going awesome. Welcome back here with another breaking news. I feel like I'm going to be doing this maybe every day, depending on when NFL coaching vacancies are opened up. But the past couple of days, you've had a flurry of them. Well, at least a flurry being three out of the 8 positions being filled. And as I said in my very first one, in regards to my team, the 13-time world champion Green Bay Packers hiring Matt LaFleur, and then talking about Bruce Arians in Tampa Bay. Now I'm talking about Arizona Cardinals and Kliff Kingsbury. But as I said in my first video, I'll be doing each individual video for when each of the 8 teams that are looking for head coaches fill those vacancies, and we'll have specific videos for their team, for your team, if you are a fan of one of the 8 teams. And I know people that are, right? I know I have friends that are Jets fans, Browns fans, Buccaneer fans. I think I know someone who's an Arizona Cardinal fan. I myself and others are Packer fans, of course. Um, Broncos fans, yes. Glass of Team Boy TV Live. I get with the sports on Twitter. Trying to think of all the 8 teams. Miami Dolphins. I don't know if I know anyone there. I might though. I think I know at least one person for all 8 teams that are fans. I think I do know a Dolphin fan. That's part of my wrestling podcast that I've collabed with in the past. Anyways, moving on from that, this video specifically, as you can tell by the title of it, in regards to the Arizona Cardinals. And the Arizona Cardinals have selected, not in the NFL draft, but in the draft lottery in the sense of who they want to hire as their next head coach, they have decided to select Kliff Kingsbury, the former head coach of Texas Tech, and who actually, last season, after being with Texas Tech for a couple of years, being fired there, was actually going to be hired at USC for OC. When teams were trying to request permission to interview him, USC said no because they just hired him to be a coordinator. And then they buckled and said yes to Arizona, I guess, to one team. Maybe they were waiting for, hey, if you really are interested and you're not just interviewing him to interview him, and you might hire him, like strongly consider, then we'll give you permission. I don't know. I don't know what the actual terms of that was or why they said no at first and whatever, because they don't have to let you interview a person, right? The New England Patriots don't ever have to let you interview any of their coordinators to include Josh McDaniels. Just like they don't, you have those people on the roster that you would never trade. Though that's not an actual hard and fast thing that you put them on a non-trade block. There's no such thing as that. That's an imaginary thing, but it's like an unwritten rule, right? Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, main quarterbacks, main cogs in your machine of each team, they're not going to be traded unless a super mega deal is made or whatever. But that's why those things can happen, because they are able to be traded. My point being is, in regards to interviewing and trying to hire head coaches for other franchises, other teams, whether in the NFL or teams in college that you want to talk to this college head coach or college coordinator at college or that NFL team, do not have to give you permission. They don't have to. You can't make them. It's one of their rights in a sense. You can request more than once. That's your right. You can be annoying and request 100 times, but you might get 100 no's. So both sides are doing things that are legal and right, but again, unwritten rule. Usually most do give permission to at least interview. Like you see all the time with interviewing this person or whatever. If they're on a team, if they have already been fired and not doing anything, then it's up to them if they want to accept the invitation for an interview. Then that's just on them individually. If they don't want to, if they're not interested in that position and don't want to waste the team's time, not because they dislike the person or owner, or dislike the franchise or the city, or like not that, but just because maybe for them they don't feel it's a good fit for them, even in general terms. I don't really think I've ever heard of that where someone actually declined an interview themselves individually. I just haven't yet in my lifetime, so we'll see if that ever does happen in the future. But my point being is that was how things went with Kliff. And it's interesting though that we have all these coordinators, black, white, Hispanic, doesn't matter the race, but that you think would be comparable and reasonable and very well and would be good head coaches, but not getting the chance because we want to go for the shiny new toy in a sense and go for these college coaches that you think could be diamonds in the rough to be good NFL head coaches, and Kliff Kingsbury may be that, but who knows? We just don't know. There is no track record with that. There is no resume to show that because he hasn't done it yet, of course. Now, the flip side is kind of hard to have a resume to show it if you don't get a chance. So, both sides of the coin there. It's just interesting. And I would have said this if there was any other team as well, not just always the Arizona Cardinals, who I was a little bit upset with anyways, because they fired their head coach that they hired this past offseason heading into the 2018 NFL season. Now heading into 2019 with another new head coach. They only give that head coach 1 year, and that's an African-American head coach. So talk about a double black eye. You hire someone of diversity descent. Maybe I kind of said that wrong, but you know what I mean. And then 1 year later, he's gone. You let him go. And not only were NFL fans not happy about this, but even other owners in the NFL were like, what the heck are you doing, Arizona? Yeah, your record may not have been awesome. Okay. I mean, us, the Packers, you beat us with Aaron in the game. It wasn't a backup. It wasn't Aaron got injured the week before and then you faced us without Aaron. No, we had Aaron Rodgers and you still won because our defense is poo-poo and needs to improve. Hopefully Matt LaFleur can turn that around with hiring a good defensive coordinator. Anyways, point being is, Arizona Cardinal record is what it is. But still, that head coach inherited a rookie coordinator, rookie quarterback, a team that was young and to develop, and you didn't even give him even 2 years to try to make his imprint on the Arizona Cardinal franchise. 1 year and he was gone because the record was their record. Yeah, I don't think so. I think that was just whatever. So my kind of shadiness and saltiness on that regard is now moving over to being salty a little bit of this hiring of a college coach and not of maybe even a coordinator in the NFL that could have been good, or even somebody that if you didn't want to talk to coordinators from the NFL from other teams, to include from the Packers or other teams that have good coordinators. I know the Vikings offensive coordinator was being interviewed. Some other former coaches that aren't with other teams, of course, like Jim Caldwell being interviewed. But if you didn't want to do that, we have a couple of coaching candidates that if you really wanted to go out on a whim and a limb that are in the media that you could have asked to, or at least interviewed to be head coaches, right? Louis Riddick from ESPN, who probably may be more of a GM kind of side of things than, kind of like how Mike Marriott now is GM of the Raiders. Leo Riddick, he's a smart son of a gun, though he did pick the Bears to go to the Super Bowl, and now he needs to know his role and shut his mouth about talking about the Bears. He's still a smart son of a gun, and I make sure to listen when he's talking. I never have him on mute. He's interesting. Not because he's controversial, but because he is just very knowledgeable of football. And that's what I hope to be here for others, that you enjoy my content, because I am knowledgeable of football. There's always going to be people less knowledgeable than me, but also there's going to be tons and tons more that are more knowledgeable than me, and that's just, I guess, being realistic. But I do have confidence in myself. Okay. Point being is that I think you would have made a candidate. My point being is, Arizona, if you're not going to go for a coordinator in the NFL, like I said, with the Vikings coordinator, New England coordinator, come on, Josh McDaniels was still on the board, so to speak, right? On the board. Like this is the NFL draft, to try to make your selection for your next hiring as a head coach for your organization, for your franchise. You want your franchise to succeed, right, Arizona? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you do. I'm pretty sure you want to go back to the Super Bowl, because the last time you were in the Super Bowl, even as a Packer fan, that season, really wanted you to win that Super Bowl against Pittsburgh. And not because I hated the Steelers. I respect all 32 teams, okay? Respect them all. But obviously, if you're facing my Packers, I'm going to want my Packers to kick your teeth in and win 62-0 in every game, though that's not realistic, but that's just how I feel as a fan. And if there's a team in a Super Bowl that I feel, hey, I want to cheer for beyond my hard and fast rule of picking an NFC team to win the Super Bowl. My point is, without going too much off the rails and rambling, I want Arizona to win that Super Bowl. So I'm sure you want your franchise to do well. You want your franchise to be back in the playoffs. Let me say that again without stumbling. I'm pretty sure you want your Arizona Cardinals to be good again, to be in the playoffs again, maybe even contending for a championship again. I'm pretty sure. I'm not going crazy, right? You do want that, right? Though I'm talking here like an actual person of Arizona's front office is watching this video. If you are, hey, give me a call. Not to be a coach or anything, but I'll share some of my thoughts on things in a respectful manner. I am very respectful. I always am. But it just bugs me a little bit that's the way it went. And if I was able to speak with someone and it would be off the record, I would never share it on my show. I would never, this and that. If I had to sign a agreement or whatever before they say anything, I would like to hear why they only gave their coach 1 year. Again, maybe if they would that's up to them if they would let me share what they're saying or have it on record, like actual interviews with networks that teams have or ownerships have, right, to get that scoop. Point is, it would be nice to speak with someone in the Arizona front office to try to understand why they did and do what they did and why they felt that was best for the Arizona Cardinals. Because I don't think it was. I think it was a little bit disrespectful to your head coach, to your now former head coach, to only give him 1 season and then all of a sudden just be like, nope, our season was terrible, blah, blah, blah. It ended in a terrible way as well. So you got to go. And now we're bringing in a new head coach that we're getting from the college ranks, not even a coordinator from the NFL. So you can see why other organizations, even other owners, not just fans, not just Twitter trolls, not just people randomly adding the Arizona Cardinals, tweeting them or that saying that was a terrible move. You have NFL owners, fellow owners, telling the Arizona Cardinal franchise, what the heck are you doing? Why didn't you let go of your head coach in 1 season? That should be more telling, of course, obviously, than fans just saying that on Twitter and in some cases they are overreacting, but in this case, not to much the degree. Though I'm sure there were still minorities that maybe went overboard in their criticism of Arizona, and I'm not with that. But I do agree that wasn't fair, and I don't think that should have been happening or should have happened. I think you should have given him at least 1 more season. I say if you hire a new head coach, no matter what team, whether it's my team, the Green Bay Packers, or whatever team with the 32, that new head coach should at the very least, again, just my opinion, at the very least get 2 years with that franchise. Especially if you're hiring him to a 3 or 4 year contract. Last time I checked, last season when you hire that head coach, he had a 3-year contract with Arizona. And after 1 year and after it didn't go exactly the way you thought, and even as you said in your presser, Arizona, or not manager, but Arizona, that we had the players to be better, we had the capability to be better, but we weren't good. That's why we're firing this head coach. Well, it's good that you believe in your players, because you believe in your young team. I'm not knocking you for that, but you still should have given him more time. That's my problem with it. You should have gotten more time. But now with Kliff Kingsbury, I wish him nothing but the best. I hope he does well and all that such. But we'll certainly see how it goes. And I certainly, if I was Arizona, and like I said, I would love to speak with someone that either is in with the team or an actual front office personnel member to just to get in their brains a little bit, to see what they were thinking and why they made the decision that they did and where they want their franchise moving forward. Because again, I'm not saying because I'm a guru or smartest person in the world, but I think my unique way of thinking and my unique opinions may be beneficial to them, or they could care less in ear, out of other. But either way, congratulations to Kliff, right? He's kind of this whole situation in Arizona. I wish him nothing but the best, and I hope it goes well. I just think for the Arizona Cardinal franchise, they should have given their former coach more than one season. And even after letting go of that coach, they should have, and maybe they did, right? What do I know? Given strong consideration to coordinators that are in the NFL. Again, of any race, Hispanic, African American, Caucasian, whatever. That would have been best for business. That would have been best for the Arizona Cardinals. Not saying you have to hire them, but at least strongly consider them. Get another review. Doing your due diligence. See if there are coordinators around that are interested. So I did hear Arizona was going to give some ownership control to Mike McCarthy to be their head coach, and Mike turned it down. So maybe no one was going to say yes to Arizona's offers, even if they did try to strongly consider or give offers to coordinators in the NFL. Right? So I did think of that. Because I know there was that one situation in regards to Mike McCarthy, the former head coach of the 13-time world champion Green Bay Packers. But still, you're in this situation for a reason. And you're wondering why these other coaches weren't accepting your offer, because they just saw what happened to your most recent former head coach, your most recent one you let go. You only gave him 1 year. I know things are different in this era, in sports or in life or in general in society, of what have you done for me lately? We want things to turn around like this and not give it the long build and long-term planning that you should. I understand that, but still. But again, as for Kliff, wish nothing but the best. I hope things work out there in Arizona for him and for the team. Oh, wow. I talked about that more than I actually thought I was going to. But anyways, that's my thoughts on the Arizona Cardinals. Welcome to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. For those that are watching live, I apologize. I do not have my chat up. So if you're saying anything, you're welcome to share that after the video post, whatever you were saying. And I will reply in kind, as I always do. So I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the weather in your area. Welcome to follow. Oh, first, you're welcome to follow me on social medias. Instagram and Snapchat at STBK_06, on Twitter at Talking_Packers, or my personal Twitter handle at Army_Strong_06. And find me on Facebook, the Facebook fan page, Talking Packers with Steve. Just type that in and become a fan of that fan page. Smash the like button on this video, subscribe, ring the bell so you know when I do my next videos. Like I said, I'll be having all these breaking news videos coming up when NFL franchises hire their head coaches. So hopefully when you see the next, the ticker on the screen on ESPN, I'm thinking like SportsCenter or something, or breaking news notifications you get on your phone if you subscribe to the NFL app or whatever. Think of me, or think of your favorite person that talks sports, whatever. But hopefully I'm in your thoughts too, because I'll be doing a video shortly, if not within 24 to 48 hours from the hiring. If not mere minutes, depending on what I'm doing at the time. If I'm at work, then I really can't. I want to, you got to keep a job, right? And money makes that, hard work makes the dream work. Anyways, like I was saying, hope you have a great rest of your day. Hope you enjoy the weather in your area. Hope it's sunny and bright. And above all else, as always, take care.